Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Brehz Online. I'm your host today, Isha Nemesis, LFC fan all day long, you know what it is. We're joined by the all-star cast. We've got the OS, Kemal, Ben, last but not least, Kadus. Now, today we've got the transfer show for you guys, because as you know, football looks like it may be making a comeback in England. There's a lot of talks in the minute. We don't really know what's going to happen, but it looks like June the 8th may be the time for behind closed doors football. Now, with the return of football, what you're going to get is transferrumours.com. And we thought this is the perfect time to start looking at this because I don't know if you guys saw it as well on United Stand. I think it was yesterday. They had one of the best tier 1 journalists on the show, Fabrizio Romano, and he had a lot of information to talk about as well. So this feels like the right time for us to be looking at what our teams might be doing, what our teams might not be doing, what is credible, what's not credible, and equally, who our teams might actually be letting go. Now, there's a lot of topics in this situation, so we can't really say for sure what's going to happen. Even when Sky Sports says it, in this day and age, you never really know. But we're going to look into some of the best stories for United, Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea. We've left the other clubs out for now, but if you guys have anything else you want to add for those teams, let us know as well. Before we get into it, see that button down there, yeah? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Share that video. If you like our content, if you watched the last video and thought that was amazing content, we've got some amazing feedback, guys. Thank you so much. Share this video with all your friends. Get the banter moving. If you agree with what we're saying, let us know. If you think that we're talking out of our backside, let us know as well. Especially, actually, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be nice today.
Especially if Ben is talking. Yeah, when he's telling me Tottenham are going to be fourth, lock it off, yeah?
What we're probably going to do is going to start with Tottenham, actually. Tottenham is a very strange club at the moment because Tottenham don't seem to have as many links to players right now. Now, I don't know if it's because you guys have just bought your £1 billion stadium and a lot of journalists don't believe you're going to be doing the big deals right now. And I think, was it January you guys signed Brehz from the Dutch League? Was it January you guys got it, Ben?
Yeah, Brehz, yes, that's right.
January. Yeah. So you did some business in January already. You spent quite a bit of money last summer, which was out of character for Spurs. So maybe people are considering the fact that you're not going to spend a lot this summer. Now, one of the main links that I did see for Spurs was probably one of the most surprising stories of the summer so far. Like Koulibaly to Spurs seems to be gathering pace, and it's also been picked up by some big journalists as well. But Ben, I just wanted to know what you think of that one because Dimarzio has confirmed there is a good relationship between Daniel Levy and Koulibaly's agents and his representatives. So what's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is, yeah, it's very likely to happen. Reason being, obviously, as I said in the last podcast, we need defense. Our defense needs sorting out. And I think Alderweireld is going to go this season. Vertonghen looks uncertain to stick around. Sanchez isn't really there yet. So I think based on that, we definitely need someone. Obviously, the guy is good, all right? I think he's valued about 50 million, but he's 29 years old. But what I like about him the most is he's known for his strength, his pace, okay, and his tackling. So I think that's key things that we need in our defense line. So I think it's very likely. I think we are going to get him, even though I know we're not really going to spend much with the stadium and everything else. But I think, we can push to, the asking price, or we can probably find a swap deal or something that can work. So I think it's very, very likely that deal is going to happen. Another one, biggest rumor is Ndombele leaving. I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he's going anywhere. That Brehz is staying. He's only 23. We only bought him at the beginning of the season. He's not really had enough time to settle down in the Premier League. He controls the game. When he's playing his best, he's good. His strength, everything. He reminds me of Dembele when he was his best. He's that guy that can read the game as well. Obviously, we spoke about Kane. I think if Kane goes, I don't think he'll go to any Premier League team. So if he goes, I'm just happy about the money. Obviously, we've lost our best goal scorer, but and then the money we get from him, as long as we use it wisely, I'm sure we can get someone else.
To bring in who? Who would you bring in to replace Kane?
As a striker?
Of course.
Wolverhampton striker, Ramirez.
Oh, Jimenez.
Yeah.
Jimenez.
He's possibly. Yes,
I can see that.
There was a rumor about him a little bit, but it wasn't.
Why would he go from Wolves to Tottenham?
Anyways,
I'm still waiting for the screenshot of your trophy cabinet, though.
Dickhead. Okay, I've got no answer to that as well. Anyways, moving on. Next player. We spoke about him last. I think was it the last podcast? Nathan Ake. There was a little bit of rumor on that this week. That's a potential for us. That I would love that. That's like wishful thinking, obviously. But then again, if we've got someone else like Diego Godin, then we're cool. But obviously
that's wishful thinking.
Nah, that's likely. Come on. That is likely. Because
he's gone over.
Godin.
He's like 33. He's like
34. He's 34. He's at Inter Milan, free transfer. So if we get him now, we're probably going to get him for. The thing is why I'd want Diego Godin is more about what he can pass on to the young generation.
Kind of what Ibra did for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Ibra also done something to Manchester United as well.
Yeah, but Diego, because he still can. This season, he's played 16 games. And listen, only 2 games, that Inter have lost, okay? Only 2 games out of the 16 games that he's played. I mean, come on. With 7 clean sheets, clearly he knows his stuff and he can still play really well. So
Speaking about quick defenders, actually, I know obviously you mentioned Leipzig. Kemal, I want to throw this one at you, actually. You guys are linked with Upamecano. Hopefully that's how you say his name. But now that we're discussing defenders, I mean, he's also linked to Manchester United, and City initially were very heavily linked with him by Sky Sports.
He's a proper fast defender. He's quick. He's got so much pace. It's crazy.
He reminds me of young Koulibaly, actually, which I haven't seen him play a little bit. I've not seen too much of him, but he reminds me like that. He's a little bit rash at times, but he looks like he's got the potential.
He loves a tackle. He proper loves a tackle. He's a old school defender. Wants to get stuck in. He's young. He's only 21 at the moment, and he's only got 1 year left on his contract. So if he's not going to sign, I'm sure they don't want to let him go on a free. They say he will cost about 45 to 50 mil, but if there is a bidding war between, say, us and Manchester United, Arsenal will lose like normal. Obviously, his main position is centre back, but he can also play that defensive midfield player role, which Arsenal have always struggled in. We've never really had that since, I would say, Gilberto. So he will be obviously a great signing. But realistically, is he going to come? No. Arsenal ain't going to get him. I'll tell you why they're not going to get him, because obviously Saliba is coming in. He's another young player. Please don't interrupt me. And then also, I honestly believe they're going to get this Pablo Mari, who's on loan at the moment. I think they'll try and sign him for around about 10 to 15 mil, and they'll put him on a permanent deal. Obviously, we haven't really seen him that much. He's played 1 Premiership game and 1 FA Cup game, which we didn't concede. By the way, we won 2-0 and we won 1-0, so something worked. But, a cheap thing for 10 mil, 15, they'll probably go the cheaper way. So I honestly think Mari will probably be the safe bet. He's still 26, so he's got a long time left to play. And for 10 to 15 mil, it won't be bad business.
Yeah, and 26 for a centre-back is not even prime yet, so it does make sense. Sorry, OS?
No, I heard it was 40 million that they were asking for, not 10 to 15 million for him.
40?
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard, yeah.
Arsenal definitely.
If it's that much, Arsenal ain't getting that. So I hope not.
I had 4 years up.
That means it will be another season of our favourite player ever.
Did Arsenal? Well, that's over. That's over. All right.
Oh, boy.
Man, that's another season of Firmino running all over your defence, bro.
Let's not start.
Oh, man. I mean, One thing that I find interesting at the moment of Arsenal, right, is you guys are linked with quite a few different players at the moment. One of them I find interesting because it has this kind of hallmark of Arsenal maybe being used in a situation to get either a new contract with the team or to introduce a bidding war. And that guy is Thomas Partey. I've looked at this one. ESPN have said there's interest, but there's no concrete links there. But Arsenal are interested. But then obviously the father came out and basically confirmed via the Sun that, as in the Sun, Thomas Partey, not the Sun newspaper, that there are talks between Arsenal and the reps. So looking at that, you start thinking, okay, why would he come out and confirm that? And apparently he confirmed it in a positive way, kind of like, yeah, there are talks, I'm happy with it. He's cool with that. But
man like Thomas.
Tough.
Well, obviously, we all know he's a great player. He can play in many roles. Obviously, that defensive midfield player, and also he can go on attacking. It will be great to get him, but I know there might be close information. Maybe he could be coming, but I honestly think it's all talk. He isn't coming to Arsenal. I don't want to get overexcited because I don't believe that's happening.
You shouldn't.
What's your thoughts on Aubameyang? Because this one seems to be one of the stories of the summer when it comes to Arsenal.
It's tricky
Chelsea,
because
innit?
if we're getting rid of a player like Aubameyang, what are we showing? We're getting rid of our top goal scorer for the past 2 seasons. How can we get rid of him? And where is he going? Is Arsenal will let him go to another Premiership club. It's not like they'll say, okay, they're going to ship him aboard. We've seen that. Exactly. A lot of our strikers have gone to other English clubs. I really hope he doesn't go because obviously he brings a lot to the club and he's the captain at the moment. So you don't want your captain to be leaving. There's other players that I want to get rid of. Obviously, we've got Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan is on nearly 200 grand a week. He's 31 years of age. But Roma do want to actually keep him. But obviously, they're fighting over the price tag. I think Roma only want to pay about 10 million. And Arsenal want a hell of a lot more. They want about double that. So I don't feel that's going to happen. But I think Mkhitaryan will get off the books. Also, I saw a crazy one that us getting apparently William from Chelsea.
That seems quite credible actually, because apparently you want to stay in London.
No, it's not happening. Arsenal,
You know what?
let me tell you something. Sorry. If Arsenal get William, they're a bunch of mugs.
Really?
Right?
You think so?
Think so, bro. Man wants 120 grand a week here. He's 31, so this will be his last big money option. And Arsenal could spend that kind of money on a younger player and get someone totally different. I know it's on a free, but to me, that will be such a mug thing to do if Arsenal decide to just take William.
I don't think it's bad.
I would take him.
If it's on a free, when you make that man, when you make the difference, the fact that he's
you made
free.
the difference. Yeah, it'll be a free transfer.
Yeah, I'll put him on a 2-year contract with maybe.
No, he wants a minimum 3. He wants a minimum 3 years.
I'll give him 3. I think he's a good squad player.
Give him 3 and just get rid of him after second season.
Yeah, and I mean the knowledge he brings from the other clubs he's played for, the trophies he's won. Having someone like Williams come off the bench in the last 10 minutes of the game, for me, I would love that to death. I would love it. Like Liverpool need more people like that, where like Origi for us has kind of been that guy. You bring him on the last 10 minutes, you'll force a mistake. And I feel like Williams the kind of player that I would love to have in my squad, where if we've got 20 minutes left in the game and we've got Champions League game in midweek, bring William on for the last 20, rest Mane, rest Salah. Like, I look at him like that. Like, I was a bit annoyed.
That's fair enough. But Arsenal were not in the Champions League. We're not really fighting for that. We're just trying to stay up in the Premiership at the moment. So I wouldn't waste 120 grand a week on a 31-year-old. Personally, I don't really want him. Arsenal listen, we just need to build a team. We need to get rid of the old wood. We still got El Nene still on the books. There's a lot of problems at the club.
That's absolutely insane.
So let's rebuild. I don't mind if all these youngsters are going to be in together. I know we're not going to be going in for the challenging for the title next season. I know that. I'm being realistic. I know we don't deserve to be in the Champions League. We're a Europa League team at best. So let's just build and go. I'm being realistic. At least I know we're not going to finish 4th.
Jamie, what realistic last week? We're 6.
No.
6. That was realistic. 19 points from 30. Come on. Arsenal can do that.
Yeah, that is. I'll give you that.
Just the last one will be obviously Danny Saliba.
Yeah.
He'll go back to Real Madrid because I think they're asking about 45 mil.
Danny who?
Saliba.
He's going to Real Madrid?
He's obviously on loan from Real Madrid.
You're talking about Ceballos or Saliba?
Ceballos, oh my God. Bro, something totally different.
Yes.
What's that again?
I think, you know the worst part is, OS knew what he was doing. He wanted to kill Brehz, and he made Brehz repeat.
Obviously, he's on my... I was talking about him about coming back, so I was looking on my sheet. Obviously, there's Danny Ceballos. Yeah. So that's it. That's all the rumours I've basically got with Arsenal.
I mean, OS, what are you thinking, bro? Because what's your thoughts?
I think for me, there's 5 positions that I think we need to fill. You know, I don't think we will because of the money situation and everything right now. I think, but 5 positions. I'm talking about the defense, center back. I would fill. I'm talking about forward, the right side forward, which is the most important. A striker, defensive midfielder, and a left back. If we can even go that far. I mean, we're not desperate there, but I would fill that position if needed. And you know me more than anyone that I don't really follow like all of these people that rumors that say this person is coming. I believe 99% of them are always bullshit. But my favorite, as you know, is Fabrizio Romano, and he's the one that I listen to really, because he has connections with sporting directors, with the clubs, with players as well. Agents, exactly, and he tries to make those relationships really strong so that he gets the information first. And every time he mentions someone, it's usually 90% of the time happens. You know, that deal happens. So the players that I've seen recently from him that have said that we're interested and could happen is Sancho, and that's one of the ones that we need the most. You know, on the right side of the forward, because we have not had anybody there for a long time. So I hope it can happen. I hear that United are in love with Sancho. I hear they're in love with everything about Sancho, his brand, his footballing ability, the fact that he's English, the fact that the chemistry of friendship between him, Rashford, and the United Englishmen, the club. So I believe that possibility that could happen. Like, I think United right now are supposed to be preparing a bid, and I hope that the bid is going to be sufficient enough for Dortmund to sell him.
I think the only way that would happen is if you sell Pogba, though.
Yeah.
No,
I see that happening.
I think we can still buy him without selling.
Buy without selling, for sure.
Yeah.
Pogba's another situation that I'll come to as well. But I think in terms of players coming in, interest-wise, there's a player called Mohamed Salisu, Ghanaian from Spain. He's someone that he's really young that we've been interested in. That's reported from Marca. So I don't really listen to Marca too much, but so I don't really believe it will happen. But this is something that's come up recently. Another person is Jack Grealish, as you all know, which is strongly linked with Man United, and it's between him and Maddison that keeps bouncing. I would prefer Jack Grealish right now.
Jack Grealish for sure, man.
A goal scorer, someone who's creative, someone who likes running at players. And that's how United are trying to play a lot more nowadays. So I think he's going to suit into the way.
But isn't he a bit of a clash with Martial?
Nah, not at all.
No, not at all, because Jack Grealish wouldn't play up top. So we would use him on the front line. So I think we would only get Jack Grealish, I think, if we don't get Sancho. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Sancho is first priority, and I think we would fullback would be a Jack Grealish. That's what I think. Let's see what happens. I'd be very surprised if he got both. If we got both, I'd be very surprised. Thomas Partey was the other person who we were interested in. But to be honest with you, I don't see that happening, like I said before. So either Thomas Partey or Ndidi, I would be extremely happy with. Ndidi talks have died down, which I'm annoyed about. But I don't understand why there's no one going for this guy, because he's really good. I don't get it. The top clubs, every one of them, apart from probably Chelsea, need him. You know, every one of the top, and maybe Liverpool as well, because Liverpool have Fabinho. But everyone else, he can do amazing.
He's still in Billy Gilmore's pocket.
Okay.
Wow.
Chelsea fans, man, they're different. But anyway, keep going.
I'm ready today. I'm ready.
And then the last person that we're linked to is a Ben Yedder from Monaco. That is not leaving. It's always staying there. I would love him, to be honest with you, because I remember he destroyed us when we played them in the was it Europa League or Champions League? I can't remember, but
Europa, I think.
Could have been Europa, yeah, and they knocked us out, and I was pissed off. But he was amazing. He's like he gives me the feeling of like a Hernandez type, you know, someone who's always a poacher, trying to like cause havoc. He's like a bulldog, and we need a player like that. So if we can get him, I think it was like 40 million that they were looking for him. He's 29 years old, so I think that's okay for someone like that. For United's type of money that they spend, I think it's okay. So those are the players that we've been linked with. The players that I think, players I think that are going to leave or we're going to sell, like Pogba, I think is one of them that I think will leave. I just think, listening to Ferdinand's interview yesterday that he came out and he just said he just doesn't understand why all United fans are on Pogba's back, because he's not the only one that's been inconsistent. The whole club has been inconsistent for the last 6 years. Another person I think that will leave is Lingard. I think Lingard will leave because of Raiola. And, Fabrizio Romano, again, said it perfectly. He said, if you're a player and you sign an agent like for Raiola, 9 times out of 10, it means you really want a new club, and that really, and to be honest, good on him. Like if he leaves, and he should try and find himself, rediscover himself at another club, because I think at United, he's getting buried down. All the pressure is too much, I think, for him. I trust in Ollie's way of buying players and getting rid of players. So, that's, I think, the situation at Man United right now.
Yeah, I hear that. I'll touch on Liverpool really quickly. We're linked with like everybody. We're like United in a minute. We're just linked with everyone. And I feel like they're using it to basically boost up the price of the player before they sign a new contract to go wherever. Obviously, I mean, Koulibaly, as I said, I don't see that happening at all. Like Liverpool, our model is as much as we can, we promote the youth. And we give opportunities to young players to come through. We've got a batch of young players at the moment coming through in our under-18s, under-19s setup who are set to be quite good. So I don't think Liverpool's going to block their progression. And equally, like I said, with Gomez, I don't see anything dislodging him from the team. So that's why I said straight away, I can't believe the Koulibaly to Liverpool. I think that's another one where Napoli are using other English teams to raise the price. One that I found quite interesting, and it kind of links two together. I've not heard of this guy before. Have you guys ever heard of Victor Osimhen? He plays for Lille. He's a striker.
Yep.
Yeah, Liverpool at the moment are heavily linked with him. And I was a bit surprised, actually, because of the type of striker that he is when I looked into it. And Duncan Castles, who's a good source. I mean, I look at him, when it comes to Manchester United, when Duncan Castles says something, I tend to listen. But he's come out and said Liverpool contacted Lille, and Lille are willing to sell him at the right price. One of the main things, apparently, is PSG are trying to buy him, but Lille don't want to sell to a direct rival, so they'd rather sell him to Liverpool. So that's made it a little bit more interesting for me. And the reason why it kind of wraps around a little bit, I find it interesting, and I'm not saying this is what I think is going to happen, but this is what's been thrown out by journalists in France at the moment. Le Temps Sport obviously are saying that Liverpool contacted Wilfred Mbappe, which is Mbappe's dad, about a potential deal to sign him next summer, right? Now, again, I'm not saying this is what I think is going to happen, yeah? You see these jokes, bro. You see, Ben, you see the hating, bro. You see the hating. I started off here and I was just like,
don't say it.
I'm not saying I think this is going to happen.
Man,
yeah?
God.
And man, dick.
Don't do it. Oh, no. Fam, save yourself. Don't say nothing.
But anyway, yeah. The 10 Sport are the ones that are reporting it. And that's why I was like, straight away, I was like, I don't really see this. I don't think they're a good source. For me, like, I still feel like there was a lot to it. Like, it's a big thing to try and pull off.
We're still talking about Mbappe.
But rumours out of France are saying that...
We had this conversation last week about Mbappe. It's not going to happen.
But this is what I think, right?
Please
because
edit this out, yeah?
But the rumours in France right now is that PSG wants Victor Osimhen from Lille, but Lille don't want to sell him. So the new rumours that have come out are that Liverpool are doing this deal to get this guy and use him as a make-weight for Mbappe later on, plus cash. That's what is now being reported in France. Now, whether I believe it or not is a different story altogether, but I'm just saying this is what's now been reported.
So if you don't believe it, why are you chatting about it?
The way that I look at it, and the reason why I pay a little bit of attention to this potentially happening later on, is you look at what Nike is trying to do with Liverpool, right? Nike is trying to do the type of deal where Liverpool come a brand, not just a sponsorship deal. So New Balance offered us like 75 million up front, and Nike offered us 30, but we're getting 25% commission on all the sales that come through, which is the highest deal in history when it comes to that. So the experts from Forbes and all these people are saying that deal to Liverpool, if we sell in the amounts we're selling with New Balance, is worth 100 million plus to us. So that's the type of deal they're doing. Now, the reason why Nike are using sports personalities to promote Liverpool is because they want to create a brand. Now, if you look at Liverpool as a brand, the most sellable player we've got right now is Mo Salah, because he's got the biggest world reach from Liverpool at the moment. But from a Nike perspective, if you can get one of your biggest footballers into Liverpool, you've just done a deal with, where you're not really paying them much money, but you're going to get more money from the sponsorship side of it, it makes sense to try and forge a deal for Mbappe to go to Liverpool, Nike pay some of the money towards it, and then it's a win-win for everybody involved. So from that side of it, I can see why it makes sense. Now, as I said, I believe Mbappe will go to Madrid.
We're tired of this Mbappe talk.
Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother.
Yo,
I
can
think
we move on now, please? Because we've just spent like
I'm gonna
25
come back
minutes
to
of Isha just talking about Mbappe.
It's
And
gonna
been
come back.
pointless
Do you know why?
again,
Do you know why it took so long?
and again. And
You know why it took so long? Man like Ben,
because
man
we
like
ain't-
did you
Ben
let
are
him?
like,
Why did you give him
I'm
this?
gonna jump in now and I'm gonna talk over here.
Bruv, I was
Yeah,
helping
you
you
go for it.
because you were chatting for ages. Man, them left the screens,
Mad,
come
man.
back, and you're still
Mad,
chatting, bruv.
Mad
True story.
man. Yeah, it is a true story.
And you trying to
But
blame
still,
me for trying to help
Yeah, I'm
you.
blaming you. You ain't helped me.
Guys, hopefully you've enjoyed what we've been talking about. Let's keep it moving and roll on to man like Kadus. Kadus, take it away.
Isha, sorry, man. Do you want to finish off? Because you're just talking about Mbappe phrases. Do you have any more?
Nah, basically, this is what I wanted to leave last year because this links to Chelsea. Now,
I
Timo
said nah,
Werner.
and then went up, basically.
Nah, this links to Chelsea. This is why I wanted to leave this one till last. But Timo Werner to Liverpool has been talked about for a long time now. Di Marzio, obviously, is very credible, right? He essentially taught Fabrizio Romano everything he knows when it comes to football journalism. And he's saying that Werner is leaving. It's going to happen this summer by the looks of it. But he's talking to like Inter Milan, Juventus, and one other club. And he's saying potentially talking to Liverpool because Liverpool have liked him for a long time. But he's not saying he is talking to Liverpool. He's saying that's what we believe due to the interest. I would then move that to Chelsea because obviously he's been linked to you guys. So, Kadus, what do you think about him?
I personally think that he's going to go to Liverpool. I think that this is just another tactic from his agent, from his management, to try and kind of see if they can garner a better deal from that. Because from what I've seen, and I don't really want to comment too much on that, as I don't know the facts, but his valuation is pretty low in comparison to what he actually brings to the table. You know, it is what it is. But you know what? I could really kind of ring off a list, but I want to just kind of keep it to the three that I feel that is probably the most possible. Where do I start? So obviously we have Onana from Ajax. Well, he's planning on leaving. There was a cryptic message that he posted, and obviously Chelsea have been linked with him for a very long time. And I've also just recently seen that there's been a bit of pressure on Lampard to actually sell Kepa.
I won't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Kepa shouldn't be playing for Chelsea.
Yeah, and I mean, the more I think about it, the more I'm getting on board with the idea. I mean, I was the first person to say let's just give him another go. I saw, I've seen what he's done with Sarri, and I've seen the times where he has played for us this season. He has dug us out some holes, but he's also thrown us in, also thrown us under the bus a few times as well. So yeah, and I move on. I think also we've been linked to Dries Mertens as well. Now
that's a very credible link. That one.
Very credible link. There's also rumours that Lampard's actually speaking to him personally. And I think for me, obviously, you look at his stats this season, 12 goals and 6 assists this season. And he's still quite pacey for his age. And I think for me, it's a perfect kind of signing. We'll probably get him on a 2-year contract. And it's someone that Tammy can actually learn off as well. Not even just that, he's very versatile. We can put him on the flanks as well if need be.
He's not a striker though.
Well, he's predominantly a striker, but he can be put on the wing as well. Obviously, well, I'll breeze past this one. Kai Havertz. You know what? I'm never going to say anything else about that. To be honest with you, we don't even need an attacking midfielder. I mean, I think he's quality, but I just think right now our midfield is overloaded. So I won't even. Let's just forward around that one.
And again, 100 mil for him.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, we've got Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic, who can play in that number 10 role. We've got Hudson-Odoi. I think he needs another season. I do believe that there's a lot of this. We've got a superstar in him. We don't need him. So, but I think for me,
sorry, season being voided.
Really?
Has it been voided?
Really?
No way.
Just getting
Has it?
No way.
Shit, man.
No.
Isha, what you saying?
I've not even had a notification from Sky Sports. You are lying.
Come on, he's playing with us right now?
Yes, he
Oh
is.
my
Look
goodness.
at him.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I knew it as well.
That's mad.
All right, guys. So now it's time for the quiz. It's going to be a similar format to last week, and we've got our first semi-final. This semi-final is going to be between the OS and last week's champion, Kadus. Now, this is going to be open question. Whoever gets it first gets the point.
Okay.
All right. So question number 1. Which club did Arsenal sign Thierry Henry from?
Monaco.
Damn, that was quick.
Monaco.
Mukta got it right straight away.
Mukta got it right straight away.
He said Monaco straight away.
Next question. Which team currently holds the record for the most successive Premier League wins in a row? Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea,
Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Chelsea.
OS.
Boom!
Damn it! Why did I say Chelsea? Oh yeah, cool.
And I would have accepted Man City as well, because Liverpool and Man City are both tied on 18 in a row.
They're both drawing, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're both most wins.
I died hard, bro.
So OS goes through to the final. OS goes through to the final. All right, okay, that's unlucky, bro. You're last week's
That's
champion.
cool. Listen. I'm humble in defeat.
Yeah.
But at least I got some gold under my belt, like some Brehz.
Mad. Some Brehz just got some wood. That's it.
Yeah.
Thing is, you're so obvious and predictable, bruv.
Wah.
All right. So, semi-final number 2, yeah? You man ready? We've got Kemal versus Ben. It's a London derby. North London derby as well, so you know it's going to be a little bit peak out here. No one wants to lose this. Are you man ready, yeah?
Ready.
All right. Question number 1. Alex Ferguson joined Manchester United, having enjoyed a period of success at which other club?
Go Brehz.
Manchester City, Celtic, PSG, Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Come on.
Mother.
You guys that you don't know that.
Yeah, we should have known
Oh, wait,
that.
I saw your face. I knew that straight away.
Should have known that.
All right. Question number 2. Kemal, you're 1-0 up. Ben, you got a chance to redeem yourself. You ready? Who has conceded the most goals this season out of these clubs? Crystal Palace, Spurs, Sheffield United, or Chelsea?
Spurs.
I think Ben.
I think Ben probably took that still just about.
Hold on. No. Hold on. So
Look at Kemal starting again, bro.
Hold on a minute. Just a minute ago, you wanted to do a tie, and now all of a sudden you're giving it to Ben.
Because that's what we decided to do. We did that with Kemal. We did that with Kadus, and we just done it now. Kemal, let it go, bro. We always do this every time.
Rob,
I heard Ben's voice. I'm not even gonna.
No. Hold on. No, fuck the host. No, this is
heard Ben say
bullshit,
that.
man. No. I won't play no more. Listen, I'm not getting cheated. I'm getting fed up with getting cheated. Why are you? No. Because what? Because you both live in Milton, shitty Kings. Who wants to live there anyway?
Okay,
Hold on.
You're gonna do one. No. You're gonna do one thing, yeah. Regarding just a minute ago, it was a tie, and then you're gonna do another question. Why all of a sudden you're trying to cheat me? I won't play no more. I won't play.
You didn't get cheated, bro. Ben said that first.
OS and Kadus, who did you hear first?
Actually, I heard Ben first.
Ben's in the final. It's cool. Ben's in the final.
But Kemal just dissed your place of residence, though. Like, I don't even
Ben's in
understand.
the final.
Ben doesn't even live there, bro.
I just debated where we live, you know.
Ben's in the final. Ben's in the final.
Ben, I actually heard Ben's voice first. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay, cool.
The
Listen,
record,
I'll take out my
live in
earphones and I'll
Milton
just sit here and let Ben win. There you go.
Ben. All right, let's just win it.
How we gonna let my man soak like that? Come on. What kind of bitch ass nigga? It's a bitch ass move.
All right. Let's move on to the next question then. So it's Kemal 1-0, yeah? Everyone happy?
Okay, cool. Let's go.
No,
Yeah,
not everyone's happy.
yeah?
I'm not happy. For the record, I'm not happy, but we're gonna move on. All right? All right, Kemal. All right.
I'm gonna have to Google some more questions, but this is long. All right. Next question, yeah. Which player has made the most successful passes this season? Van Dijk, Jorginho, Fernandinho, or Trent?
Van Dijk.
Come on.
Van Dijk.
2-0.
Yeah, he's made the most successful passes. More than Trent. That surprised me, that one.
That was controversial.
Football Brehz Online live final, you got OS and you got Kemal. Because it's the final, it's going to be the best of 5 here. So you have to get 3. Question number 1. How many teams compete in the championship every year?
20.
24.
23.
Come on.
Done.
Mad. Question 2. In 2004, Steven Gerrard was linked heavily with the move to which of these teams?
Chelsea.
Oh my lord.
That was an easy one. That was an easy one, though.
I was going to say Man United, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Juve. All right, question number 3. In Premier League mythology, how many points must a team get in a season to avoid being relegated?
32.
28.
The close answer is Kemal.
Okay.
The answer is 40 points. 40. It's commonly known as the minimum you need to stay up.
Bro, any guess?
Next question. Which Premier League manager won the Premiership while also managing their son in his team?
Alex Ferguson.
Oh, of course.
Oh, he's because Alex Ferguson was right?
Yeah.
It's right.
Darren Ferguson.
Yeah.
They won the league while Darren Ferguson was playing.
Yeah, that was right.
He just trying it.
That's 2-2. Is that 2-2, yeah?
2-2. It's mad.
Next one wins, yeah?
Bonus question. Winner takes all. Which Liverpool player has the most assists this season?
Mane.
Trent.
Yes. Come on.
Finally won.
Kemal is the champion.
I was thinking, who has...
Mad. It's Trent. Trent's got the most assists over the last 2 seasons. I think it's
finally, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last episode of Football Brehz this week. It was absolutely amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We had so much fun recording that. I hope you guys loved the footage. Kemal, you took your first W on the quiz of the series. Well done, bro. It was absolutely amazing. Controversial, but amazing nonetheless. Ben's going to have something to say about that in the comments. I can guarantee it. Guys, please like, share, subscribe our content if you enjoy it and want to see more from us as well. You see the button below? Press that. If you've got Facebook, if you've got Instagram, search us up for Football Brehz and share the content as well, guys. Again, OS, Kemal, Ben and Kadus, this is one of our best episodes so far. Absolutely loved it. Thanks again. If you guys agree with us on the transfers, let us know in the comments below. Who would you like to see your club sign this summer? Who do you think they're going to get? And what formation do you think they're going to play? If you think Ben should have gone through that quiz, let us know below. Otherwise, guys, take care and we'll see you all next week. Peace.